Alright guys, what's up? So, a lot of people have been asking me how I make my cinematic or showcase videos, and I do a lot of them for anyone who follows my channel. So, I thought I'd do a little video on how to do it. JHD does have a pretty good video explaining it all. It's a little lengthy, and some of it is a little outdated by now just because they've adjusted the demo tool, obviously, over the years. They've taken away some features, added some features, whatever. And I'm going to do my best to explain it, but I'm not great at tutorials, I don't think. So we're going to see how this goes. So anyways, I'm going to sign in here. And right, we don't need that little block now. And just make sure my options are clear. Yep. So we're going to log in. And we're going to take a pretty simple demo and we're going to edit it. And I've already pre-recorded as well some other demos and saved them and everything. So we'll be able to make a cool little demo all together, you know, a cinematic video on the spot, so to speak. And hopefully this will teach you as well how to make your own demos. And they can be really great for like guild events or runs with friends or whatever. It's just a way to record in really great quality, even if you don't have a great PC. And even if you do have a great PC, like you can't match that quality. There's no lag, nothing. It's beautiful. So anyways, we're gonna keep it simple. I am in River District because this is where I was before, and we're gonna find somewhere nice and pretty to just hang around for a sec. You will notice I'm rubber banding pretty bad, and that is okay. And I think actually I am gonna use this fountain because anyone who played since like 2013 days in Protector's Enclave, they used to have a fountain almost identical to this. And it ran, I think it ran where that elemental tree is now. Instead of that tree, there was this fountain. It was beautiful. And there was like a duo fountain as well. There were a lot of fountains in Protector's Enclave. It was nice. So anyways, we're going to take our demo here. And what I'm going to do is, okay, so we're focusing on the chat box, and I'm gonna go this / thing, demo underscore, oh, don't write underscore, and then record. And before you hit enter, decide on a file name. I'm gonna call mine River District 11, and I'm gonna hit enter. And now you're going to notice two things. Whoops. Would have been nice to have my screen on. Yeah, so you're going to notice two things. One, everything's going to refresh. We kind of missed that in my video here. Here, let's just end it and let's do that again. So you type it in and everything's going to disappear and refresh. So that will happen, and then you're going to notice on the side here too, it says, like on the left side, demo recording. And for me, I'm just gonna walk through this lovely fountain / river, and I'm just gonna walk to maybe halfway. I think that's halfway. And then going back to the box, I'm just gonna put the / demo demo record underscore stop. And I'm going to hit enter. And that is basically it so far. We have saved our demo. So now, with that, we can go to, let's see. Stop that for a sec. Oh, look at missing part of my N, yo. Look at that. No idea what hit you. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh no, okay, well, apparently, just gonna have to keep that like that longer, because I'm a dummy. Alright, so let me log in here. Okay. And this is full screen yet. So we've logged in. Steam users, I don't really know what it looks like for you when you log in, but you absolutely need this login game client screen. Like, you need it. And after you log in, don't hit play, go to options. And you're going to see a command line. And I'm sure probably people have looked at this and been like, what's it for? And it's actually for exactly this. So you're going to put a dash. You're going to put demo underscore play, P-L-A-Y, yeah. And then you're going to put your demo name. Now, if you don't remember your demo name, you're going to go to wherever you have Neverwinter saved. For me, it's under program files. And you're going to open the folder. You're going to go to Neverwinter. You're going to go to live if you recorded it on live, or you're going to go to playtest if you recorded it on playtest. And then you're going to look for the folder that says demos. You're going to open it and all your demos will be in there. And then you can just find out which one was the one you recorded from there. So River District 11 was mine, and I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to play it. And you're going to notice it kind of loads like a normal Neverwinter screen, and that's great. Let's see, which one is it? This one, right? Nope, not that one. I'm still getting used to this. And it's going to open, yeah, like I said, like a normal Neverwinter client would, but instead of going to the live server, you're actually going to go to the demo record tool little area. It's kind of weird, but you're going to see what I mean. So anyways, just let it load. And once you see at the top here that the timer is going, your demo's fully loaded. So the first step is hit F2. Okay. And with that, you can move the camera freely. The right click on your mouse is to set the angle. And then the AWSD is to move. So S backwards, D left, D right, W forward, and A left. Yeah, D right, S backwards, W forward, A left. And then to go down, it's Z, and to go up, it's space. So space bar, up, Z, down. And with that, you basically have full reign of the entire map. Like, you can literally just go wherever you want. You can go as far up as you want, as far down as you want. It's a pretty nifty tool, to say the least. And you're going to notice too, like if you're doing distance shots, things tend to disappear. That's an easy fix. You want to hit the asterisk, whatever it's called. It's above the tab and beside the 1 on your keyboard, and just type in, no, we don't want options actually, but options are still good, because if you don't play the game in full graphics, then you can set the graphics to as high, low as you want through here, and you can honestly put them on max, and even a crappy computer is going to manage it, because it's not trying to load a live game that you're interacting with. This is a pre-recorded, technically text file that everything is just, it's saved. It loads way easier, and it's way easier on your computer, which is nice about the demo tool. However, I was saying, to get more detail, you put in vis scale, so VISSCALE space 100, more shows up. You can also put render scale, so RENDER scale space, and you can put it up to 4, I think, and you notice a little bit of an improvement, but keeping it on 1 is fine. 4 is going to really slow down your computer unless you have like some seriously top-notch stuff. So it's cool. If you want to get back and you don't know like to where your character is, and you don't know how, or like where your character is, you don't know how to get back to it, just hit F2 again, and it's going to take you right back to your default, wherever your camera was last, like saved at last. And then you can just hit F2 again, and you go back into your free cam mode. This is called the free cam mode. So it's pretty cool. I think too, you can put, does this work? Okay, that doesn't really work. I thought this might work, but it doesn't. My bad. So we can just ignore that part. And I know... Oh, I'm not over here anymore. I'm over here. Okay, cool. So now that I know like how to move around and just get familiar with it too. Like get familiar with moving around your camera, you know, going places, explore, have a little fun with it. Because when it comes to making your actual camera movements, this is like the key thing to know. So anyways, we're gonna go to the top, and the first button, this is to go back to the beginning of your demo. So it basically restarts your demo. There is not, unfortunately, a rewind button. So if like your demo's like an hour long and you make a mistake at 50 minutes in, you're gonna have to replay your video from the 0 point. Like, so don't take long demos is what I'm trying to say. Max maybe like 10-15 minutes, but like you're gonna have a real pain editing it if you make it any longer than that. So just do them in segments. It's a lot easier, trust me. So anyways, yeah, so the second button is play. Then you have pause. The next one is to go in slow motion, and you'll see over on the top right it has time step scale, and that just tells you how fast or slow the demo is playing. And then the last button is to fast forward it. So that's basically the basics there. Now to actually add those camera paths, what we want to do, whoops. Okay. What we want to do is add the camera path editor. Just hit the little X here and it opens it. I like to take this and make it smaller so I can see more. Just because it blocks out your screen doesn't mean that part of the video is lost. So just usually when you're setting your camera positions, just put it on transparent so you can see everything, and then just take it off so that you can actually fiddle with things down here. And I want to keep it pretty simple. I'm trying to think what angle. Usually I don't like to go from like right behind the character because that just looks like normal gameplay. So usually like a little offset, a little angled. You know, it's usually what I like to do, you know, like with simple ones like this. So I've kind of set my position where I want to start recording it, and I'm going to add a path. It automatically defaults on easy path. There's different ones, but just keep it on easy path. Don't fiddle around too much. And we're going to add our point, and you're going to see point 1 comes up here. Perfect. Now, okay. I'm trying to think the best way to explain this. If you hit play and wait till your actual movement starts happening that you want to happen. Waiting for it, waiting for it. Okay, so my character just started moving. So this is when I want the actual pathway to start. So what I'm going to do is point 1, time. I want it to be at 14.916. That's the time I have up here. I like to keep it specific because then you know for sure you're getting the right time. Because even in some demos, being like a second off can make a world of a difference. So that can be a real pain as well. Okay. So with that point set to start now, I'm going to hit play again, and I'm just going to let my character continue walking. In a situation like this, where it's just basically a forward camera movement, you don't really need to worry about, like, you know, having anything, like, too fancy, you know? And we're just going to have the camera go forward, and I can see my character still walking at this time. So, I'm going to add a point, a second point, and this is your second camera angle. And I'm going to drag it down to 23, and then just because I like to be exact, 8.24. And with that, if you drag it on the timeline here, you can see how that camera path moves. And then save it. Sometimes the demo tool is tricky and it will crash on itself, which really sucks. And if you haven't saved your path, you're going to lose your entire path. Like it works like that. It sucks. So I've set my path. I'm going to hit play, and we're just going to kind of wait until it's time for it to move. If you want, like if you don't want to wait, you can hit the forward button and it'll go faster. But yeah, and you can see we've just got a nice forward camera moving, walking movement. You know, in more extreme cases, like if there's a lot of movement and you really need to be specific, you really need to be specific. I don't think I have any playtest ones. There was one that was like really, was really something, that's for sure. Yeah, there was one demo where like every like literally 0.3 seconds I had to set a new camera angle just to make sure the camera stayed focused on my character. So I mean, it can be a bit of a pain, but we're just keeping it simple for now, and that looks good. We've done what I wanted to do, and I saved it, and that means I can now exit this out. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay. Alright, so now we have this open again, and we're back to our regular login screen, and I've already logged in, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to our options, and we're going to delete it. We're going to put the dash, demo, no underscore actually, just demo, save, images, river, district 11, or whatever your file name is. Then choose another file name. In this case, I'm going to put video tester. And then I'm going to put a space and TGA. That's the file we're going to save it as. You can put like a PNG or a JPEG or whatever it is that you want to put it as. But generally, TGA offers like the best quality, I guess you can say. So I'm going to save it, and then we're going to hit play. You know, pretty straightforward, right? And again, it's going to open, but this time it's going to be a little different. And we're going to go back to window capture instead of display capture. And you're going to let it load. It's going to take a little bit longer to load than normally. And that's because basically we're loading it as is, so to speak. It's no longer an editor, more like a playback. And personally, this is me, this is your, you know, it's saving as an image. And like it's saving like each frame. You know how you have frames per second? It's saving it as like 30 frames per second, and that's basically what your demo purely is of, just frames. That's what we're saving it as. And it's starting and it's playing. My character's just walking. It's good. And you're gonna notice it's a little slow. That's okay. It's just saving images, and it stopped, so exit out. Don't let it run longer than you need it to, because honestly, like, it will continue saving images. And those images take up a huge amount of space on your computer. So you can see if, where is it? PC. Go Neverwinter. Well, even just if we go PC, you can see 109 gigabytes free of 235. And that's basically just purely demos. So we're going to go live. And all those screenshots, like those pictures, they save to your screenshots folder. Now I'm going to delete all the ones I did earlier because that's just taking up space. And go back up, back up, back up, back up. That's all the video tester ones. And I'm going to select all these, and you're going to see like there's 10,695 from like earlier. And we're going to delete them all just so you can see how much space they took. And that's just 4 minutes of demos. So we're going to continue. And I think it normally tells me. So 37.6 gigabytes in 4 minutes. Just to put it into perspective. Like, it eats up a lot of space. So as soon as you're done with them, like, just delete them. You know, don't even like store them somewhere. Like, there's no point. You know, your pathways are saved in your little tiny demo files that barely take any room. So you can always just make new images if you need them. Like, there's no reason to keep them around. So we're going to delete them. And should be good. I missed one, but whatever. Cool. Deleted. So now we have all our video tester ones. I'm going to close that. And what now I want to do is I'm going to open an editor application or program. I choose to use Blender just because I also really like the 3D animation, so I already have it. And I'm going to hit video editing. You can use any program for this, just make sure that you can add an image sequence. So add it, and I'm going to go Neverwinter, live, yep, screenshots, and I'm going to hit the first one just to make it quick. I'm going to scroll whoop, all the way down, and I'm going to just hold shift and click that. And that was 748. I'm going to add it, and then you can see I have this nice little video here. I can play it back. And then, let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is just for Blender, like if you're using Blender. I like Blender. It's nice and easy, but you can literally use any program. It's fine. But I have to change the settings over here, so I need to set it to end at 749 frames. I gotta set it to 30 FPS. I gotta choose an output folder, which means probably gonna go to videos here, and I'm gonna do RD test. I'm gonna accept. I'm gonna make this an FFmpeg. I'm going to make that MPEG-4. Video codec is good. I'm gonna make it lossless actually, just to keep it up really nice. Keyframes fine. No audio to add. Everything's good. And I'm gonna go to the top and hit render. Now, like I said, this is Blender. I mean, you can use any application. It's fine. And it's basically gonna save. It goes pretty quick, but it just depends on your computer. So anyways, I'm probably just gonna skip to the end. So, okay. So it's just about finished right about now. So it's done. So I can just close this. And then I don't actually do the rest of my video editing in Blender. I'm weird, I know. A lot of people use Sony Vegas, but I'm gonna use OpenShot because I'm a little bit of a noob like that. So my cat is meowing at me. Ben, shut up. No. 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 Oh, meow all you want. Meow. I hope he's coming through that mic. Alright, so anyways, actually I'm gonna go and I'm going to open the previous. I kind of cut up all my old demos already, and I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna bring it here. And there's been a lot of unnecessary footage that I don't need, so I'm actually gonna remove that too. You can see how smooth it is already, the quality, if I wasn't messing it up. You know, it's very smooth, very fast. You know, there's no lag. The quality looks really nice. You know, like, can't make a complaint there. And then just let it play through. Stop. And this is just extra stuff. And awesome. We have some footage now. So you can see some of the footage I took earlier. You know, it's you know, the quality is amazing, looks great. Yeah, so now we have it in video form, but you know what, we're going all the way with editing. Okay, this is kind of like how I edited this. So we're gonna go to downloads, and I'm almost sure I downloaded some music earlier. Did I not? Maybe it's on this drive. Downloads. Okay, yeah, it's here. So, Epic Adventure, yeah. So I pre-selected some music just to make it a little easier to work with. I don't know why this is still here, but don't need it. Gonna add my no copyright music. Now my music is a lot shorter than this, and that's because by the time we actually cut this down, it's gonna fit in there, trust me. So I'm gonna look here first, and okay, so I've gone ahead and I have fully edited the demos that I recorded, including the demo that we recorded, and it's just here. You can play it through just so you can see, and it's very smooth, very nice, and I just edited it down to what I wanted to use, and then we have our finished product. And then I just added it into the clip. I'm not sure what part, I think there. So it's right here in the clip, the part that we made. Oh, and then there's the music too. And yeah, so now we can export this as a demo files. We want to export it as an MP4 file. So I'm gonna go export, export, and it's already on projects, and I'm going to name this River District a demo, just to keep it nice and simple. Now, it's not a fantastically made demo. I mean, I didn't put a ton of time into this, but it is done, it is made, and we'll play it at the end. And yeah, it shouldn't take too long to export. And yeah, I mean, if ever, like, if this isn't very clear, which I have a feeling it's probably not going to be, if like enough people are interested, we could organize like a time for like a live stream, and I can go through it like step by step, and then you can like ask questions as we go through, like, you know, we could have fun with it, you know, like do a vote on like an area that we can record or something, you know, like there's a lot of things we could do that I think would be a lot of fun. But yeah, it's definitely tricky to get a grasp of the first time around. It's not something that you can just pick up and say, oh wow, this is so easy. It takes practice, it takes time, it takes some fiddling, but eventually you get it. Cool. So that is done, which means we can close that. And I'm going to go to my terabyte and River District demo. We're going to open with films and TV. It's better quality. Alright, let's enjoy. Okay, cool. So, I mean, that was pretty straightforward, right? Like, you know, I mean, I think that made sense, right? I don't know, but either way, that's just about how you make a demo. And like I said, maybe like in the future, I'll do like a live stream so that we can go through it together, step by step. I think it's a lot easier that way. So I might organize a time for that. But for now, thanks for watching. Ciao for now. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy your day. Oh no. Was it not recording?